Now for an update on cyclosporiasis. As of Tuesday, more than 170 cases have been reported in several Michigan counties and 65 in Lucas County most recently. Henry County just reporting an increase in cases.
Tonight, we're hearing from a man who tested positive just days ago in Monroe County. Anna Miller joins us in studio. Anna?
Well, Tim and Kaylee, I spoke with a man living in Temperance who tested positive for cyclosporiasis on Wednesday, and he says his symptoms at first just seemed like weakness, but he started improving and a relapse came with worse symptoms and ultimately decided it was time to see a doctor.
The man who wished to not be identified first started feeling sick on June 22nd. What began with a feeling of weakness, within days, his symptoms became worse.
Diarrhea, the cramping of the stomach, just feeling overall just nauseous at night. That was what came back, which I had experienced, the first time around was much worse, but, as it reoccurred, it seemed like it wasn't as bad, but not what I was expecting after thinking I was getting better.
He says he didn't plan to see a doctor only until his family started seeing more on the outbreak. He got tested and learned Wednesday it was cyclosporiasis, so he and his wife started thinking about what it could be from.
A few things that stood out to us. One was a local fast food restaurant, sandwich shop, and the other was a peach that I would say was overly ripe.
The Monroe County Health Department reached out to him today and tells me they discussed those two incidents, although the source has still not yet been confirmed. Cyclosporiasis is likely spread through contaminated food or water, and this is what health officials recommend.
So the best thing is to wash your fruits and vegetables once you purchase them from the grocery store. You then want to make sure that you put them in refrigerator temperatures. This is something that is contaminated, which we are working to find that source. But we would recommend that if you are experiencing symptoms, to reach out to your provider, receive testing.
The infection put the Temperance man out of work for 3 days, and in fact, he was supposed to go to a trade show.
It would have been, the worst trade show ever, just because of, how things went. But I can't imagine having to actually go to a normal day of work and having to go through, what you have to go through.
Now, the parasite is treated with antibiotics. The Temperance man tells me he's already started to feel better after just a day and a half of the antibiotic. Monroe County Health Department and many other health departments in the state are still working to identify the source of the outbreak. Reporting live in studio, Anna Miller, WTOL 11.